This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the UNLV Rebels, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Kentucky Wildcats. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jackson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Rebels offense will go on the attack first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the... Turning it on! And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Scanning the field, it's Royer. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Wildcats offense has the ball for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches.
There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Makes the grab. It's Norton. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off-play action. This time it's complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Boley. Gets it out fast. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. All wideouts, no backs. Gonna look downfield again. Buys a little extra time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. He might want another play. From the red zone, looking for a space. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Wildcats. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that Pac-12 matchup that just went final moments ago. UCLA was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bruins performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Irvin. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rebels offense is back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
They'll run play action. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw, it's Royer. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
The Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll start this drive from the 42. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Get it out on the screen. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Trying to get them outflanked on the jet sweep. He fought them off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
Punt is on its way. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Royer. Swings it out to his running back. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, it comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. At the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeps it on the bootleg. Still looking on the move.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Back to throw, it's Royer. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean. And sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
And the Rebels send out the punt unit. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Send the tight end in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides to back and leaves it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Throwing right. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Tennessee is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Neyland Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to New Mexico State.
Back to throw, it's Royer.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Handoff to the single running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Rebels with a long way to go after after the loss on the last play. Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Pulls and fires complete. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Rebels will punt this one away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Making side adjustments here. Going right to work up top. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
From the gun, the ground game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Soft spot in the middle. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Bolden. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Rebels will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. on from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So
he's loose on the right. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over.
Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the pummeling has started. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Powers through the defender. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Looking downfield, it's Royer. He's got the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Trying play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early. Predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really...
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll go to the ground. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Right back to it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Reels it in down the left side. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The option look. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Out of the gun, the inside give.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After run, now throw. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to pass. It's Boley. Makes the grab. It's Norton. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Wildcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Turning it on. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. He wants to change this route. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Trying to find the end zone. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Wildcats headed quickly to the line. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape
domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jackson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rebels offense is back on the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Looking to throw, it's Royer. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Here's the pressure. Fires to the tight end. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Makes the catch. It's Reynolds. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. Leaves it with the running back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. The Rebels come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Memphis went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Tigers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Fun one in the Big 12, Ben. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they have... There he goes! He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Past the 1st down marker and still running. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Kentucky will come to the line with a 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll run it. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring and the defense better do something about it.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody's in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Oh, they're after him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They kick it away on 4th down. Makes the catch at the 45. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Wants to adjust the pattern. To throw, it's Boley. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground, he's got it again. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. Well, this one had all the